Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Today is the day we're going to do a full tour of the Major, ins and outs, all the little bits and pieces. Come and have a look. The van is a 2010 Mercedes Sprinter. Full conversion, awning, solar panels, max fans, diesel heater, diesel water heater, expanding pods for the bed, all the little chrome bits, the rhino bars. It's a pretty thing. Now what I'll do is I'll go around the exterior first. It's got the original Mercedes wheels, black rhino bars all the way around the bottom, the front bull bar, chrome grille, I believe the aluminium or stainless mirror covers. I've bumped a few mirrors with people and I've always won. And we've got another set of bars at the top. And at the back, brand new tow bar, Witter, never used. And again, we've got the nice little bars at the top. All the lights are done. It has lights all the way around. It's an ex-truck show vehicle. So all of the lights along the bottom, along the top of the all lit up. I'll post a little picture of it, what it looks like on a night. It looks pretty cool. The Major. The fucking Major. This is for hooking up an external gas barbecue that's linked up into the gas tank, so I could just set it up. I've never have done, but that's an option that's there. On this side we have water fill up. I've got 100 litres of water. That's where you drain it if you're going to do a long old drive. Electric hookup and drain for the grey water tank. 4 windows on the back, so opening on the side, and then in the bedroom we've got the small openers. That little vent up there is for the extractor fan in the bathroom, which I will show you. And we also have the pods, which to be honest I would have put a wider pod on this side. I'm sure this is sloped down as if it would be on the other side for a sliding door, but not the case on this one. And on the roof we have the thermal awning, 400 watts of solar, 2 max fans, an electronic TV aerial, and if you look on the back here, that small little black gubbins, that is my aerial from your Wi-Fi. When we come into the van, I've got this little ducket here. I have a small little carpet in there, which I'll put down on the ground just to wipe your feet before going in. A couple of rags and a bit of a spray for the air freshener. As we come in, the mandatory crock situation, always on hand, big crock guy. Mat that always moves. Every time I step in my van, the mat's like fucking that. So if anybody's got a way of stopping this sliding about the place, because it drives is absolutely mental. We'll come into the van. We've got the trimmed original seats, 2 singles in the front, 2 swivels. I have a small child, so I've got the baby seat set up there at the minute. A couple of bags down there. Pretty standard setup. I do have a new sort of Tesla style head unit to go in. I'll be doing a little video of this. I just need to figure out how it fits. I bought a cheap one and it doesn't fit very well at all. Up here we have, obviously we have our max fan. We have a small little TV there. We have a little bit of storage up here, which I use for things that you would usually grab. I've got a couple of ducats in there, medications, this and that, a couple of bits of clothes. And then up in the top here, to be honest, I do think I'm going to change this to either have maybe some netting along the front, or at the minute I'm just using it for random bits of clothing, but the amount of times things fall out, it's not the best. Same goes for this this wood panel in here. You can see it throughout the van. The ceiling, I love it. I really do. I think it looks really well. But this here and this here, personally, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I haven't figured out something better yet. But I'm sure I will. The old double seat from the front has been placed in here and fitted properly. It's now on the logbook as a 4-seater, so I can carry 2 passengers in the back perfectly safely. Got a table rail. Oh, we'll get some curtains over there. Got the table rail, one of the exits for the diesel heaters there. Diesel heater controllers up here on the top left. Now I just got pulled by a couple of traffic wardens there because I pulled up in this car park to shoot this video, and I paid for me park and I went and had a bit crack, and I've got 2 new subscribers out of it. What a lovely bunch of guys. So if you're watching, it's lovely talking to you. Now the kitchen setup is pretty simple. Now down here we have obviously light switches for up and down. That's for an external light, which is on the outside of the van. If I am hooked up, this draws too much power from the inverter, but when I'm hooked up, this is basically my free electric. I won't use the diesel heater. I'll put the plinth heater on. It keeps the place toasty as out. It's beautiful. The only issue I have is I have a small child, and if I turn this on, it blows me inverter, and the buttons are down on the floor here. So I do need to put some sort of isolator on so he doesn't accidentally turn it on and blow up my shit. In here, knives, forks, bits and pieces, pots and pans. Nice deep sink here, as you saw in the last video. We have with a Thetford oven, which is being used about 3 times, if that. And we have a 3-burner hob. Over here I have a little couple of 240 sockets and some USBs and a little pop out there. The fridge, I wish I'd cleaned the fridge for the video, but again is just a little 65 litre, I believe, and I put all of me meal prep stuff in there. Down here I've got what would be a wine rack, but I tend to use it for carrier bags and tea towels. Down here in this little cubby hole I have my little battery shark hoover, spare little bits of water, and a couple of their fly nets for the doors, little magnetic fly nets. I also have a little, the main use for this is sometimes I'll store things at the very face, maybe if it's cans of pop or something, just to keep on top. But it's if I'm putting any long lengths in the van, fishing rods, for example, I can put them through and it's not really too much of a chew. My little stepping stool here. I also have another outlet for the diesel heater down here, which warms this section of the van. And I also have another outlet which can be open and closed in the bathroom. Now, while we're on with the bathroom, so have an extractor up on the top here. If I turn that on, shower tray, Thetford toilet, little flush there, small little sink. To be honest, I've never washed my hands in that sink because there's one there. Do you know what I mean? No. It is a little bit tight in here, but you can get a little bit of a navy shower. So obviously I would put my shower curtain round and slide the door. Then you can have yourself a little bit of a shower. I would normally turn it on, get myself washed, give myself a little bit, then turn it back on, rinse off, give everything a bit of a wipe down, and that's we're good. Another feature of this is after this room is all wet, because I've got a diesel heater inlet in here and an extractor, I can basically shut this door. This room gets very hot. I can put wet, damp clothes in here and it'll dry them. It'll also dry after a shower, save the condensation in the van. After you've given it a scrub down and a quick rinse with the shower, again, turn the heater on, dries itself. In theory, I could sit down here, I could turn the diesel heater on, shut this, and I could have a little sauna, I suppose, but I've never done it. But I've got a sauna in my van. That's pretty cool. And if we go into the bedroom space, I've got windows either side. This backboard here is basically a piece of insulation that I've carpeted because I was finding I was getting a lot of cold in the bed during the winter. So I've insulated that back bit up. It's a removable board. I've insulated under the bed. Got these little reading lights, as most camper vans do, which is spot on. I've got overhead lockers above each one, which is where I keep all of my clothes and things. A little ducket up there to keep keys and remotes and what have you, and another Max fan. Light switches, this is for the bed, the bathroom and the extractor. These switches here are to power the reading lights, but they can twist and turn off there, so I just normally leave that on. A little USB, a couple of 240 sockets there. I have 240 sockets there, and this is for my inverter. Turn that on and all my 240 comes to life. As you can see, I've got a TV here, and I'll be totally honest. When you're lying on this bed, if you open this window here, the beauty about these is you slide it first, it keeps the fly net in, and then you can slide the fly net out the way, and it's fully open. If you have this on a night and the wind is blowing on the side of the van, it brings a nice breeze down across you and then down out there. As well as having the max fan, in the summer you have the coolest nice sleeping here. It doesn't matter how hot it is outside, you can sleep no problem at all. It's amazing. And I also have this little ducket here which has got some little cutouts for cup holders, and under there is just where I keep the odd little charger lead and spare underwear and socks. Following up along the top end, up here is where I have my little kettle, my AeroPress and my coffee. I have more overhead storage lockers here. Now what I keep in here is, I keep my internet Wi-Fi, so I just put that plug into that little 240 there, and around that corner you will see this is for my TV aerial. So turn that on and I've got full power. I also have another USB up here to power another internet gizmo I have. I tend to keep jumpers in these overhead lockers just to stop shit rattling about. And again, another one there. Tends to be like kitchen roll, cleaning products, what have you. Then we'll come to the side. I've got two little storage duckets here, one above, one below. And this keeps in, that's all my supplements and things, bits of food and candles, plastic cups, spare chargers and bits and pieces. This is also where I keep the controllers for my max fans. Now the temperature control is actually built into these, so I might put one of these at the front of the van, one at the back of the van, and then I can actually see what temperatures they're going at and set it up through that. It's quite handy. And then down here is clothing, fire extinguisher, a couple other bits and pieces, a little foldy out bucket to do me dishes as you saw in the first video, and behind the seat I have a little carrier bag there. Now I don't know if this is a common thing, right? But I saw this on TikTok. Whenever I do me bag, so I keep the whole roll on, like, so you put the roll in, you open him out, then you fill him up, and once it's done, you literally take this bag out, rip it, put it in the bin, and you just got another one. Like that. It seems so obvious, but I never thought of that. And to get my table out, I keep this down the back there, normally where I keep my bin. This just unclips, and then he slides out. Now, these have got a little locking mechanism, so it goes on there. Normally, the leg did attach, but I accidentally snapped it off, so you put him on there, clip them in place, grab the leg, which I am planning on fixing, and there we go. And that still sort of moves about. You can come here, stick the telly on, stick the fan on, maybe his laptop, eat. So this seat here is what it's all about, right? This is my chair. Whether I'm driving out in the country, chilling on a night with my laptop, watching the telly, sitting having me dinner. If I'm sat down, this is where I've sat, and I love it. Like, it's so peaceful, it's so quiet. Like, everybody's out there chasing happiness. They want to be successful, they want the big house. I'm going on 35 years old, and I'll be honest, I don't see how I could be happier. Bills are low. I've got my dream house, because this is a dream, and I don't take this for granted. People are watching this going, that's a nice van, I'd love to do something like that. I hope you get it, because it's just awesome. Now, another thing that I will touch on is I'm well aware that my van wasn't built by me. I could have built it. I used to work for a campervan conversion company called Custom Fit Campers. I've converted many vans, and the plan was to build my own. But it was a game of timeline. I sold my house, I needed somewhere to live, and where do I live while I'm building the van? Where do I build the van? And all of these things came into, I had money, but no time. So I bought one, pretty much done. I've changed a few things, and I've got a few other parts to fit to it, juice up. I'm going to put a second battery in. Currently I've got 280 amp hours of lithium. I would like to at least double that. And since the battery in is quite new, I would rather buy one sooner rather than later, because I know having them at similar healths can help that. In the inverter, I'm having trouble with the inverter. I've just microwaved my meal there, and every 30 seconds it was tripping me inverter. Now, this was an issue. It was only lasting 5 or 6 minutes. So I bought a bigger one. I haven't fitted it yet. Now it's lasting about 30 seconds before it pops. So that's probably going to prioritize that job. But again, I'll video it. I'll show you. It's not freaking complicated. I'll go through all the daft little bits I showed in the previous video. But this is my water pump. That'll put all the water so I can flush the toilet, use the shower, use the bits. And this is for my diesel hot water system. That'll hold 25 litres of hot water. It takes about 20 minutes to warm up. Over here we have my solar controller, which at the minute it's got a smiley face, which hasn't been for a very long time because we actually have cloud. It's England, of course it's not sunny, but that's good enough, that's good enough. Here, this is the power for this TV here, and this is for the RGB lighting, which if I switch it on, I mean, personally, I just tend to have it set to white. Don't know what's going on with this. I noticed this the other day. So for some reason, this is blue. But if I touch, so there's clearly a bit of a loose connection there. But see what I mean? I don't know what it's doing. But I'll fix it. Well, and we also have rave mode if, I don't know, if you want to have, maybe have an illegal rave while you're in the van. Now, towards the back of the van, we have, now this is literally just a bit of 25mm king span, which I've carpeted. I should have carpeted both sides so it didn't look crap. We'll take a few things. I live out of bags. Clothing bag, washing bag, gym bag, gimbal for my camera, lights, a fishing rod, spare little duvet. Pull all this out. So in here, so the plan is with this, again, when it was cold in the winter, I was losing so much cold through these back windows, it was freezing. So I made this. Essentially, all it is a piece of 25mm, and the way I work this is he slides in here, like so. So then I can have the open in the background. I can sit out and have them beautiful Instagram shots where you're lying in bed, looking out. I mean, currently I'm looking at a bit of a grim car park, but you can go nice places. If we take a little look in here, I have a little shower adapter so I can have an outside shower. In here I keep my blue for my toilet, my gas bottle, and there is where I can control my shower. So I just attach him up, hook him on there, and I can have a little bit of a exhibitionist outdoor shower, I suppose. Again, I've been in the van through the winter and I haven't had a chance to actually use that yet. Here is my 280 amp hour eco-worthy battery. It's a fantastic thing. The app's fantastic on it. Everything about it's great. So we have the old inverter which keeps popping when I hook up. I need to switch to electric hookup opposed to being inverter. So that's a little switch for that. I have a little light. Got my buzz bars, my solar controller, my battery to battery charger, the set of trips, my water pump or my pipe work. That is the cassette for the toilet, which is, yes, a nightmare to get in and out. You've basically got a combat roll into there, unhook it, slide it out without getting any dirty minginess everywhere. Now, over here, I've got a few little ducats for little bits of storage for cable ties and hooks and what have you. Then underneath there, that's where my water boiler is and what have you, expansion tank and diesel heaters mounted underneath the van. Tools, lights, chairs, hook up, little fishing rod, little blowy up mattress for if anybody ever wants to stop on the floor. Just the usual stuff. Length of hose. Again, I've cleared the van out quite a bit to make this video. Normally this is rammed with stuff, and to be honest, when it comes to emptying the toilet, it takes another raining day and I've got to put everything on the floor. It's a bit of a hassle, but all in all, that's it. Right, so that's my van. So I've gone over pretty much everything I can think people would be interested in. If there's anything in particular you have any questions about, drop them in the comments and I'll answer them. Whether it's what do I use for this, what kind of controller do I use, how do I deal with that, what are my plans. There is a few things I want to change. Like I say, I've got a new stereo system to go in because all of the speakers are terrible and the stereo's crap. The carpet as well, I'm keeping the carpet in because in the winter it is nice to have that little bit of warmth, but I think maybe it's like an LVT in the future, something that's easier to clean when people come in and out. I haven't quite decided. Maybe I'll try a carpet again with a bit of underlay so I don't get that flattening out of it, but I'll look into would damp be an issue there. And then I think, what if you have a spill or something? It's very easy for things to get spilled and knocked over, so the chances are it's going to be LVT or vinyl, I think, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. The plans for the external is, as soon as we get some good weather, I'm going to spend a couple of days machine polishing the van, get it gleaming again, get a couple of the small little tiny bits of rust that's starting to show through, get them fixed, and then get some stickers. I want to go something like digital big. I've got a few designs which I'll share, but I want to do something about that. I want people, when they see my van, to go, oh, I've seen that before, that's that Dan in it, that's a cool van, that's a setup. I'm not too bothered about stealth. I mean, it's the biggest, whitest van in the world. Where am I going to hide? You know what I mean? The Arctic, I might be all right. So, no, stealth camping, I get it. And I do stealth camp quite a bit. But do I stealth? I wouldn't call it stealth camping. I just camp where the hell I want and hope nobody pesters us. Nobody's really had an issue. The van's tidy, the van looks well, my diesel heater's not blasting, making loads of noise, and I don't park where it's going to upset people. If you get somebody, I had one fella that I think was a bit arsey and he just didn't want us there, but the second I stepped out the van, again, I think being quite a big guy and tattooed, instantly he thought, I'm going to try and be a bit nice here. We ended up having a bit of conversation. By the end of it, he said, do you know what it is? You seem canny. Take your time. Like, if you're good with people, they're good with you. If you go around just doing what you want, not caring about other people, and not being a little bit courteous, I think you will run into the odd altercation, but I don't see it being a problem. Right, I am going to put a little shameless plug out there, is because I am an online coach. Like, if you're having trouble with mindset, motivation, getting yourself in shape, losing weight, putting on muscle, just getting to the gym in general, drop us a message. Like, it's genuinely what I want to do. I want to help people. I want to push people to, if you want to get into van life, whatever that hiccup is, I'll help. If you want to get yourself into the gym and you want to be in better shape, I'll help. If you want to eat a little bit better and you're not sure what you're doing, I will help. Just reach out. Thanks again for watching. The next one will be pretty much a full day of eating and how I manage that and prep that within the van. And I think I'm at about 3,600 calories currently. And then you've got the supplements and bits and pieces that go with being a full-time bodybuilder, the recovery, it's an interesting setup, but I believe goes hand in hand with van life. But you'll see that in the next one. Thanks again for tuning in. Like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.